Hi, it's David Arkin with Checkout DFW. I'm here today with Jana Carmichael, realtor with Wilson Team Realty. How you doing today, Jana?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Doing terrific. Thanks for asking. What we're talking about today are home inspections, and after a buyer gets that report back, what are things that they should be, asking either through you or directly back to the inspector?
Yeah, this is really an awesome question, David, especially in this market. Here's one thing I want to say really before answering that question. I'm having that conversation with my buyers before we go to the inspection. I'm really having it with them before we even make an offer, because in this current market, across all price points, we're still looking at multiple offers. So a seller is looking for every opportunity to be the winner. We're paying title, short option periods, lots of different things that, to give to the seller. Okay. So I'm telling my buyer from the get-go, we're going to be looking for the 5 big ticket items. We're going to be looking at the foundation, the roof, the HVAC, water heater, throw that in there with that, which goes with plumbing and electrical. We're going to really focus on those 5 big ticket items, because those really, we call them big ticket items because it could mean a lot of money out of your pocket if we don't have these inspected and corrected. Okay, so we're going to focus on those things. What I advise my clients not to do is to haggle over the small things. Now, what's a small thing? Caulking around a toilet, that's small things. That is not jeopardizing the integrity of the home. And that's what we focus on. Is this jeopardizing the integrity of the home? Windows is something that gets called out all the time because it might be fogged. It might have a little bit of rainbow. Now, just because it's fogged or rainbow doesn't always mean that the integrity of that window is compromised to the point to where you're losing air or heat. Sometimes it could just be a cosmetic look. So I really try to advise them, focus on those high dollar items that compromise the integrity of the home that could bring on future problems. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. How do you advise people to think about kind of the negotiation on, what should get covered, what shouldn't? Do you generally see like kind of a flat sum and say, this kind of will kind of, cover, generally enough, or really by, if it's a significant thing, like you have to go pay for the roof to be fixed? Like how does that usually kind of play out?
Well, you brought up a good point, because, for something like a roof, if in fact it does need a new roof, we wouldn't ask for money in lieu of repairs on something like that, because it's not going to be approved for insurance.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And, you could be opening Pandora's box. The inspector might have called out 1 or 2 things. Roofer comes out, says, yeah, it does need to be repaired. And then while they're working, they find more in other things, and that price could potentially increase. So for that sort of thing, I'd advise my buyer that needs to be a seller expense. If we're asking for money in lieu of repairs for windows, that's pretty safe. We're probably not going to dig into replacing windows and then find that there's underlying hidden problems that are going to cost us more money. That's a pretty straightforward expense. Same with something like, maybe a fence repair that needed to be done. But HVAC, roof, foundation, if there's a major electrical issue, we're having the seller pay for those things.
Okay, that's great. Oh, great advice and news you can use, right? If you're sort of, doing an inspection report. So thanks so much for your time, Jana. You can follow more of Jana's insights and advice by following her on her Facebook and Instagram page. Thanks so much.
Thank you.